So once we are happy with everything on the quote, it's time to send it to the customer. So we hit the tick in the top right, and then it will give you a brief summary of the customer, the totals, and a few more things. So you'll see that we've got quote status is in draft and customer status is waiting. So let's go ahead and send this to the customer. So you've got the big button at the bottom that will allow you to send to customer, or you can hit the options in the top right. You'll see that you've got send to customer here, and you've also got a couple of other things. For now, let me just hit the big send button at the bottom. And that takes us to the next screen, which is your email template. So we've got some pre-saved templates that will go to the customer. Fairly generic, but they should do the job if you don't have time to go in and make any changes. But you can create custom templates, which we'll talk about in another video. You'll see at the top, this will have the customer's email. Obviously, this is my email, but it would likely be yourcustomer@mail.com, whatever their email address is. Whether that is your template, like I just said, if you've saved new templates, that's where these would sit. As it stands, we've just got the one send quote/estimate email. Below is the email message. We can tap on that and see the text that's going to be in there. You can also edit the text here as well. Now, if you find that you're going in here multiple times, every time you send a quote, you're making some changes, and it seems to be the same change that you're making, then I would advise going and making another quote email template. We'll show you about that in a new video. For now, I'm going to leave this as it is. Then below, we've got the accept decline buttons. This is something that we saw in our settings, and this pulls through the default that you put there. We can turn it off if we want to. We're just going to leave it as it is for now. Footer, again, this is pulling through from your settings. That's why it is so important to go into your settings and make sure you're happy with everything there, because you don't want to be wasting your time coming in here and making a change and changing your payment period to 14 days every time. If you can just change it in your settings once, and it just pulls it through every time, then it saves you a big headache. Once we're happy with that, we're nearly done. You can add an attachment if you want. Remember, I keep saying about those settings, if you've already attached your T's and C's in your settings, they would show up here. If you want to add anything, you can either choose a photo, take a photo, or select another document. You can do that individually, but if it is something that you're going to repeat, like T's and C's, go to your settings, upload it there. Once we're happy with all that and you did make any changes, you'll notice there's a save option. Hit save, and then the send to customer button will appear again at the bottom. When we hit that, that is going to send to the customer. And there we have it. The quote has now been sent to the customer. The quote status has changed to sent. Customer status is still waiting because the customer's obviously not responded to the quote yet. They've not accepted or declined it, so that's going to change when they do that. You will also get a copy of the quote that you send to the customer, assuming you kept that option on in your settings, so you can double check the details that went to the customer. You'll also get a copy.